Hey Blended Culture fans, welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to be making the famous TikTok dish that everybody seems to be talking about, baked feta pasta. I've seen so many different recipes using different ingredients, different proteins, different pastas, that I just kind of decided to go with my own taste when making this recipe. So there's not necessarily a recipe for it. I just kind of threw in different spices and different proteins that I like to give it my own touch. So I would encourage each of you to do the same. For my spice blend, I use some oregano, some Italian seasoning, salt, pepper, and crushed chilies. Some of the other ingredients that we used were tomatoes, 3 cloves of minced up garlic, a chopped up jalapeno for a little bit of spice, some olive oil. So I basically use the same seasonings for all components of this dish. The shrimp, the tomatoes, the feta, all had a little hit of pepper, salt, the Italian seasoning, and oregano. Didn't really measure any of these spices out, I kind of just went with how it felt. For my feta, I used a Greek feta. I had pre-seasoned it with the same spices that I used on the shrimp and the tomato. Here we're adding those minced garlic. Lots of garlic. Here's the chopped up jalapenos. Lots of spice. Add a little bit more of our olive oil over top of the tomatoes and the feta before we place into the oven. Check out these colors, guys. Gonna want to make sure that you had your oven preset to 400 degrees. We're just going to set the timer for 40 minutes. At about the 20-minute mark, we're going to take out the tomato feta mixture. Now we're going to add in our pre-seasoned shrimps. We've used shrimp in this dish, but you could also replace that shrimp out with chicken. Just going to layer the shrimp on so that each of it gets a nice even cook. And next, a little bit of salted spinach. I think I used an entire container of spinach for this one, pre-washed. And again, family, the colors of this dish are absolutely amazing. So now that we've added in all the additional ingredients, we're just going to pop this back in the oven for the final 20 minutes and let that continue to cook down. For the final 20 minutes, we're going to start cooking the pasta. We already have the water boiling on the stove that's been salted. I've used penne noodles. But again, it's kind of whatever you choose to use, whatever's in your cupboard. Just gonna give this a quick stir, get it back up to a boil. Just gonna lay my spatula across the top, and generally that prevents the water from boiling over. 20 minutes are up, so we're taking our dish out of the oven. Everything basically was baked up until the tomatoes are bursting or easy to burst so that they release those sweet jammy flavors. The feta is melty and oozy. Just gonna mix it all up into a quick sauce. I was using the spatula to try to do this. Didn't work very well for me. So after being stubborn for a bit, I decided to trade it in for a fork. So as we just take a minute to finish mixing this all together to form our sauce, sometimes the best kind of cooking is the kind that takes no time at all, so that you can spend a little bit more time doing whatever it is that you love. The one thing that I did enjoy the most about this dish was how little prep time it required, and a lot of these ingredients, or the ingredients that you choose to use, you would actually have already in your house, whether that be the fridge or the cupboard, and you can tailor the dish to your liking. So the prep time is low, the actual hands-on time is super low. Basically, if you can stir, you can make this dish. If you don't like feta cheese, there's other cheeses that you potentially could sub in, like a baked brie or a block of boursin, some cream cheese, or even ricotta would all be amazing in this dish. Now that we have our sauce mixed up, we're just going to add the noodles on top. And then take a minute to stir this all together again. So a quick overview. For our spices, we use salt, pepper, oregano, Italian seasoning, some minced up garlic, 3 cloves, a minced up jalapeno, a block of feta cheese, some tomatoes, small vine tomatoes. We used to put a pound to pound and a half of shrimp, some spinach leaves, and our penne pasta. And if you like a little spice, don't forget about those crushed chilies. This is all coming together quite nicely. So as we plate up this dish, family, I want to thank everybody again for tuning in, watching our videos, regularly stopping by, liking, subscribing, commenting. We really appreciate all the love and feedback from each of you. We're well on our way to 1,000 subscribers at this point in time. We'd love to hit that mark, so if you haven't already, take a moment, click subscribe, hit the bell so that you get notified when we drop a new video. We always have lots of videos coming at you, whether that be baking, cooking, travel, woodwork. There's lots of stuff on our channel for everybody, and very much a family channel. Share this channel or video with family and friends. Really hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thanks again for tuning in. Again, Tik Tok pasta, super easy baked feta pasta. Now, blended family, it's time to pour a glass of wine and enjoy.